Hey y'all, Rob the American here, and welcome to chapter 12 of Tales of Manchester and of Watches. Today, we're going into another Manchester neighborhood, and that neighborhood is called Ancoats. Now, Ancoats back in the day, 1700s, early 1800s, was just fields and some houses. But when the Industrial Revolution kicked in, Ancoats became full of mills and factories, huge, which helped make Manchester the most important city during the Industrial Revolution, arguably even more important than London. But once the Industrial Revolution waned down and the factories moved overseas, the Ancoats neighborhood was basically abandoned. And the structure that we're going to see has been rejuvenated, which helped bring Ancoats neighborhood back alive just since I've lived here. So I've lived here, like I said, 11 years. And when I moved here, the Ancoats was dead. But this structure, and it's called Halle St Peters, has helped bring this neighborhood back. And they've redone the mills and turned them into loft apartments, and there's all kinds of trendy restaurants. So we're going to have a wander on down there. Now, on my wrist today is going to be this. Oh, yeah. Oh, check out that second hand, y'all. All right, so I'm going to put this on my wrist, and we're going to have a wander over. Come on. All right, y'all, we are making our way up to Ancoats. We are cutting through the northern quarter. It's another cold one, y'all. Yesterday, it was snowing here, but it seems to have melted, but I think it's just below freezing, so that's what? So 32 is, wait a minute. Yeah, it's probably about 30 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's, hold on, let's think about this. All right, so subtract 30 and divide by 2. So if it's 30 degrees, so minus 30, that's 0. And then divide by 2, that's still 0. But then it must be below 0 Celsius. I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. It's cold. What the Northern Quarter and Ancoats have in common is the fact that they were both They both had their heydays decades ago, and then fell into disrepair and danger and all of that, and have made a comeback. And Ancoats comeback has been huge just since I've lived here, because when I first moved here, so I've lived here, like I said, 11 years, and nobody would come into Ancoats just 11 years ago. There were some building and stuff, but it was dilapidated. It was not a good place to go. And now it's completely different. All right, y'all. We're just coming up on Ancoats Street. I'm gonna flip this around and let's have a look. Okay, so straight ahead, you see where this truck is going through. This is Ancoats Street. We're gonna take a right here. Look at those blue skies, y'all. Wow. Now this street is a busy traffic street car-wise. All right, here we go. So this is the top or bottom of Ancoats. All right, y'all. So the Ancoats neighborhood, is all to the left of here, behind these buildings. Again, this is Ancoats Street, and the neighborhood is just behind. Let's keep on walking down Ancoats itself. All right, y'all, check this out. This is the Express Building, and believe it or not, it was opened way back in 1939 and was used to print the Daily Express newspaper, which at that time was the most widely circulated newspaper in the UK. This pre-World War II building is notable for its space-age design and is often mistaken for being much younger than it is due to its kind of futuristic avant-garde appearance. And just across the street from the Express Building is more traditional architecture of the time period. Check that out, y'all. And then unfortunately, you got yucky apartments, and then it gets good again. All right, y'all, we've cut back from Ancoats Street. Now we are in Ancoats neighborhood. A lot of these old Victorian brick buildings were mills and factories that have been restored and turned into loft apartments and restaurants and offices. More factory conversions. Now, I've been in this building. I knew somebody who lived in there, and they are beautiful. I remember when they first bought it, they were one of the first to move into Ancoats, and you could get them for a song. Now it's way more expensive, and getting one is near impossible. There you go. All right, y'all, this is the Royal Mill, erected in 1797 and rebuilt in 1912. Now, it is not a mill. These are lofts and businesses, but let's have a sneak peek inside. All right, let's go on in. So this is the lobby, and check this out, y'all. There is a scale model of this building and surrounding buildings. So that's where we just walked in. Wow. How cool is that? Through this arch. Get ready to have your socks knocked off. Wow. Look at this. They built this huge atrium right in the middle. Wow. How cool is that? The first 2 floors of this building are all offices and businesses. And then every floor above those are conversion apartments. I was speaking to somebody at the coffee shop, and he was telling me about it. They're all loft apartments with the original features kept intact. Oh, look at that. That's sensational. Wow. And on our right are all of these super cool row houses. Check this out. Oh, wow, look at that. Here's a fun fact. Anita Street, that is not the original name of this street. The original name was Sanitary Street. But over time they decided that Sanitary Street was not all that appealing, so they dropped the S at the beginning and the RY at the end and came up with Anita, and that's what we have today. So back in the day, you would have lived on Sanitary Street. I think they made the right choice. All right, check out this square, y'all. And anchoring the square is St. Peter's Church. And that is our focal point for today. By the time St. Peter's Church was built in 1859, Ancoats had been transformed from a small township into a bustling and overcrowded industrial suburb with a population of over 50,000. The area's landmark buildings had become mostly huge red brick factories. By the mid-1950s, a combination of economic, social, and cultural issues led to the closure of most of the inner city churches. This church closed way back in 1960. Then, in 1995, the Ancoats Building Preservation Trust was established with the intention of redeveloping the building. In 2003, a major award was granted by the Heritage Lottery Fund, and a full restoration began. In 2013, St. Peter's became the permanent rehearsal center for the Halle Orchestra. All right, y'all, we are in the space right in front of the Halle St. Peters Church, which is right there where we're waiting to go in. We're just waiting for the 2 gentlemen that run it to arrive, and then we'll go on in and have a wander around and have a seat and talk and stuff. In the meantime, I am out in front at what is called Cutting Room Square. And the name Cutting Room Square comes from the Industrial Revolution, when the factories and everything around here were all related to the cotton industry and fabric and stuff. And so this square, that's where the name Cutting Room Square came from. It's another cold one. I've come back a second day, y'all, although I'm wearing the same clothes because I wanted to look like it was all one day, but hey, there you go. It's even colder today than it was yesterday, but it's solid blue skies, as you can see. But this is going to throw me off because now it's below freezing. So I think they said this morning, Alexa told me it was about 25 degrees today, Fahrenheit. So let's see, so subtract 30 and divide by 2. Subtract 30, that's 25, so that's -5, and then divide by 2. I don't know how do you do that with negative numbers? I'm not really sure. Maybe some 6-year-old could help me out in the audience. Anyway, so like I say, we're just waiting to go inside this beautiful building. There it is. Why don't we check the time? Okay, what time is it? Ah, just coming up just after 10. Look at that. Wow. There we go. Halle St Peters. I'll be happy to get inside anyway. My hands are about frozen off. I think we have magic doors here. Yes, we do. All right, y'all, we are in the lobby of the Halle St Peters. We are going straight back into what would have been the sanctuary, and now is the performance space. Let's head on back to the main sanctuary space, which is now the rehearsal space for the Halle Orchestra. On this entrance, so we are in the new section going into the original structure. On the entrance here, you will notice some writing. This was done by the poet laureate Simon Armitage. He did this poem specially for this church, and it's called The Event Horizon. Let's go in. All right, now we are in the original structure, but before we go into the space, let's look up. Oh my God, look at that, y'all. So we were right under the steeple. I begged for us to go up there, but I was told that the insurance won't allow it. But I promise if they let me up, I promise I won't tell. We'll see. Oh my God. Look at this, y'all. Wow. This is sick. Check this out. Oh my God. Look at this, y'all. Oh my God. Wow. So as I've said, this building was basically left to rot, and the Halle Society took it over and have really done an outstanding job with here. Look at this. As we wander through here, let me give you a little bit more background about Charles Halle. So in 1858, Sir Charles Halle conducted the first of his grand orchestral concerts with his own orchestra in Manchester's Free Trade Hall. And he continued there until his death in 1895. The Halle Concert Society was formed to ensure the continuation of the orchestra. Forward all the way up to 1996, and the Halle Orchestra began its residency at what was then new Bridgewater Hall. And I've shown y'all Bridgewater Hall. I filmed that when we were walking to Britain's Protection in one of my first videos. Is the conductor's podium. Do I dare? Yes, I dare. Yes, I dare. Oh, wow. Imagine all these musicians filling up this space with music. Maybe we'll get lucky enough to hear it ourselves. All right, y'all, check this out. All right, y'all, we're upstairs. I'm going to show y'all where we're going to have a seat. This is super cool too. We are heading into a space where we're going to sit down and have a chat. And that would be Victoria Wood Hall. Now, Victoria Wood was a patron of the Halle Children's Choir, and she was very well known in this country, very much a British legend, although I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know who she was, but I think all British people do. Check out this space, y'all. Wow. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, wow. This is a proper concert venue, no doubt. Look at the view. Wow. Oh, this is sick. All right, y'all, we've had a seat, we've gotten something to drink, and have a look at this. This is the Duckworth Prestex Verimatic. Now, let me say that again. The Duckworth Prestex Verimatic. Now, Duckworth Prestex might sound like a new name, but it goes back a very long way in the history of watchmaking. Almost 100 years, in fact. It's a 39 millimeter cushion-shaped case, stainless steel. It's round, and yet it's not round. It almost has a squareness to it. Look how well this watch suits my 6.5 inch wrist. And this blue suede strap really suits it perfectly. And check out this pin, what's on this pin buckle. That would be the Flying Duck. Oh, that's awesome. This is just a great watch. I really like supporting small watch independent brands. I think it's important. And the fact that it was designed in England is a bonus. All right, y'all, that's it for me today. I've got to thank the really fine people at Halle St Peters, Martin and Ty, for giving me run of the house and sharing with me the rich history of this building. And a special thank you to the Halle Orchestra themselves for granting me access to film them during the rehearsal. What a gift. I hope y'all enjoyed that. So if you find yourself in Manchester, by all means, do a walking tour of the Ancoats neighborhood, and also go see the Halle Orchestra perform at Bridgewater Hall. I'll leave a link down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel. And join me next time for another amazing Manchester building and another super awesome watch. And before I log off, I'm going to leave y'all with some bonus footage of the Halle Orchestra's rehearsal. Y'all enjoy. Be well.